Diecast North is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say some shit. Viewer and parental discretion is advised. Welcome back again, one and all. It's time for another episode of Diecast North's Galactic Hooligan. And I really want to thank you all for coming back once again and checking out my show. And I can't do this without your support, so I really appreciate each and every one of you coming in. So, for the weekend of my birthday, which was actually back in May, I talked to Patriot Prime for a little while and everything, and I was just like, damn, you know, I really need some ToyHax, and I could actually use some ToyHaxing. Like, yeah, that's what I really want to do more than anything else. And then Patriot Prime said, hey, did you get the ToyHax for METALHAWK? And I said, no. He was like, do you want a gift? And I said, yes, please. So, he actually went off and sent me this, the ToyHax set for METALHAWK. Now, let me tell you something. I really love what ToyHax actually does. They actually take a figure and then make it 20 times better by giving it a little bit more detailing, a little bit more style, and a little bit more panache, you know? And I'm actually really excited about that. Like, I will take a case in point of their color scheme over here for their, for their smokescreen. There was a Transformers Prime rendition of smokescreen. And if you actually want to compare him to what they actually had with Silver Streak, he looks 20 times more amazing. You can actually see that in the fact of the gloss that's actually on his windscreen right over here as compared to what we actually had before. Now, I didn't actually want to put any of these stickers on the windscreens or on the windows at all or anything like that, but when you actually see that gleam that's actually right there and everything, and then he actually came double packed with a set that was actually for Wheeljack to make him Transformers Prime Wheeljack. I didn't have an extra Wheeljack. I don't know if I'm actually going to get an extra Wheeljack for that reason or anything like that, because like I like Wheeljack G1'd, you know, and I might go back to get the G1 version of that and everything, you know, but it was double the price for two sets. One of them I wasn't going to use, but one of them I was in love with already and everything like that. The blue and yellow comes out completely amazing. The blue and yellow, kind of like the colors that I actually like to go on a lot here, you know, so this guy is amazing. And then when you actually see the swords and how they actually gleam, and these were actually swords that they actually put into the set that were actually supposed to be for Wheeljack, 3D printed by them. If you want to check those out, or if you want to check out any of the weapons that they actually have over in ToyHax, you actually want to check out the ToyHax Armory. So you can actually armor up all of your Transformers and everything. This guy actually became a badass with like everything that he actually has included here. I don't think I'm actually calling him Smokescreen. He just may be my joyride, you know? So like this guy is just amazing. I love this guy. But what you'll actually see with METALHAWK done up completely in Japanese style and everything, you know, including the colors that were actually over here. And now the colors are actually like, you know, it's yellow, it's golden, but it can actually be a little drab and everything like that, just having so much of this. And one thing that I was actually kind of like not really too savvy about was the fact that we actually had this thing going. And just let me move his arms over here so you can actually see a little bit of that. There is a part of the jet cockpit that was actually just like left bare. So it actually just looks weird in jet mode and everything. So I'm actually going to bring you over to my stage. We're actually going to check this guy out. We're actually going to check out the before, and then I might take some time and sticker them up myself and everything for a little while and everything, taking up a little bit of a small hiatus here and then coming back and then showing you exactly how amazing this guy actually already looks. So, here we go. And thanks for joining me. Now, you know how I feel about METALHAWK. I'm not talking about this version of METALHAWK. I'm actually talking about this version of METALHAWK. Coming out to be one of the most badass figures that we actually have. I actually kind of really like him a lot more than Cyclonus, actually. You know, like, then again, I'm actually always rooting for the good guys again, you know, because, like, pure Autobot and everything like that, and like all of my splendor and everything like that. But let me tell you something, this guy really is not bad at all. I love his posability. I love the fact that the only thing I don't like probably the fact that he actually doesn't have like a covering over here, but there may be a step to actually fix that up, and I may come over to that sooner or later. But as far as the paint and everything like that is actually concerned, he's cool, but he may be tending to be a little bit more bland for my taste and everything, you know? I've actually had him for like a few weeks and everything. I've loved him to death and everything, but I kind of feel like I actually need like a little something to give it like a little bit more oomph, you know? So let me just clear that up for you right here. And then I actually had Silver Streak over here, who was actually given over to me by Superior Hooligan Robert Salzman, who actually said to me, you know what, Norbs, I'm actually going to give you something cool, and then he actually did. I've always wanted a blue streak, and this guy was actually great. But also, I had another one that was actually in my collection and everything, you know? So what actually happened was I kept on thinking to myself, well, I don't need 2 Silver Streaks, do I? Like, do I actually really need 2 Silver Streaks? And then all of a sudden, ToyHax had actually gotten this set in and everything, you know? And this is actually Transformers Prime, Smokescreen, and I don't know, like, this guy actually, like, the whole entire color scheme, everything about this actually just spoke to me right off the bat. I did really love exactly how much of a badass this guy actually became after I actually did the upgrade and everything, you know? The only thing I didn't do were the eyes. You know, like, you'll actually notice that I'm kind of like, am afraid of kind of like going into the eyes and like making them a little bit deeper and everything like that, because you know, it's the eyes, and then what the hell, like, they make these small little tiny pieces for the eyes and everything, and getting the stickers on the swords themselves and everything like that actually kind of gave me like a lot of agita and everything like that. So like, I wasn't exactly sure that I was actually going into everything else, but as you can see, this guy actually became so much better, you know, like down to his legs and everything, you know, like I really love everything that's actually going on in here. And trust me, auto mode is actually amazing in this also and everything. Like, all the colors actually gave him so much more. I actually had like a secondary Autobot set that I was actually able to put over here, and I didn't use the Autobot stickers that actually came in with the package for this guy. I actually decided to use like the separate transparent Autobot symbol, and I think that looks great actually, you know? So he actually came out much better than I actually thought he would actually become, you know? Like, that is perfect to me. And I don't mind the fact that their heads actually kind of like look similar or anything like that. I kind of wish it was like maybe a little something for his chevron over here that could have actually made him a little bit more of a standout and everything like that. But with that being concerned, METALHAWK, I kind of felt like needed a little something also. A little something that actually makes him a lot better than he could actually be. And the ToyHaxing Sherpa that he was, Patriot Prime decided to send me these, baby. These are actually the ToyHax labels for METALHAWK. I cannot wait to use them. These have actually been something that's actually been on my list of things to do and everything, like goes the rest of them. This has actually been on my list of things to do. It might take me a couple of hours to actually do that, but I'm actually going to be taking this guy from this to spectacular in just a moment. So stay with me, and I will be right back once I'm actually finished ToyHaxing this guy, because this guy is going to be a badass. A badass! But what we are actually gaining here in METALHAWK is a pretty badass aesthetic. This guy looks 100% better now. His colors actually really make, like, everything about him that's got, like, really makes him pop. And, like, all the detailing that's actually added in here just really makes, like, a good way of breaking up all the colors and everything. You know, like, I am just loving this. But there's one thing that's actually really bothering me. And I'm actually wondering if I should actually take the extra plunge. And after doing just that, he is looking really good in my opinion. I love this. There's an extra one that actually comes in with the set that's actually more gold than anything else, but I really like the way of this is the gold version of it right over here, which looks pretty nice. But I really like the way that black background actually like really outsets that Autobot symbol right there. That is just so great. I don't think I'm actually going to be taking a stab at the eyes or anything like that, because number one, I know the eyes can actually be kind of a bitch to actually get in there and everything. Number two, I really love the way his eyes actually look here already, but already just really just like a major improvement. We actually have a lot of detailing to the back and everything, some to the back of his legs and all that, you know, like that actually looks great. The is more color that's actually put right over here on the back of his wings. His blasters and everything get like a little splash of color and everything. I love what they actually did with the sword over here. I don't know if I'm actually going to go the extra step and maybe cut this out altogether with like an X-Acto knife or something, but the added color that they actually used over here in the sword itself is actually pretty nice and inspired and everything. I do wish that there was like a little bit more silver, or like maybe we had like another piece that actually added like a little bit more color over here and everything, but really just a fantastic look to this guy. I love all the color breakups that they actually do over here in the arms, and they actually have like smaller stickers that you can actually place on him to cover up all of these tabs, but really not bad. And the only reason why this guy actually only gets one Autobot insignia right over here is because I messed up the other wing while I was actually kind of like placing it onto the ulterior wing here and everything. So like while I was actually going through that, I kind of like ripped one side of it and everything, and that is kind of like just my bad altogether and everything. So he actually only gets one sigil right over here, but otherwise than that, he looks great. As we go through a little bit more on him and everything, you'll actually see the side profiles over here. Just really, really nice on all the colors that are actually being added onto him, especially in that blade. We'll actually check him out from the back. Really nice stuff going on over here, and that Autobot symbol right there actually makes a really big difference on everything, you know? We'll check him out from the side profile over here also with his blade, and then right back over here again. All in all, just fantastic. I mean, what are you gonna say? Like, you can't lose with this. And now on to jet mode. We're actually gonna go into jet mode before, and we will give you jet mode after, and you can actually see all the fantastic details that actually goes into this guy here too. Like everything that you're actually looking into, like let me just show you a little bit on the new jet mode as compared to the old one. And the new one actually comes with this new jet mode actually comes with a little what was actually missing over here was actually a little bit of color that we're actually getting right over here now, and that's actually amazing to me. I really love the way that looks, and that we actually have all of this going and everything. It's actually really nice. We actually have like a new sigil right over here. Again, I messed up the other one. And let me just take you, sorry everybody, working with like a really tight space right here right now, but let me just remove the sword so I can actually point out the finer details, like right over here. We actually have like these gold rivets that are actually going on the sides and everything like that. We actually have like a lot of red going here, and these these fuselages over here and everything like that. It's really, really nicely done. And plus, like, our air intakes that are actually going into the arms here, just really beautiful. I love the way this actually came out. And I just wanted to give you one final look at his weaponry over here. That looks really great. Again, the color's actually broken up instead of like just having that plain blandness that we actually had before, and it actually just gives it so much pop and umph. It's really great. And they even pay attention to some things that are actually going underneath and everything, you know? I just really kind of wish we actually had more going into the barreling system here and everything, but really, really nice. Loving this whole entire guy, and it just makes everything just seem alive. Just kind of like really brings me back to the old days of Japanese toys and everything like that, where we actually had like the golden touches that actually went throughout the whole entire thing, you know? I love it. And to like give you a little bit more of a view of what this guy actually looks like with his team here, really, really great. Even the senator agrees, you know? Just really awesome. I love it. I am actually loving this version of Smokescreen here and everything. Just really great. Again, I am actually definitely going to be calling him Joyride and everything, because like he is a little bit different from our Smokescreen. I actually kind of like need to go off and go get some ToyHax for our Smokescreen, and for Wheeljack, and for a couple of other characters and everything like that. I have something for Jazz too, so I cannot wait to see exactly what he's actually going to look like with his ToyHax and everything. So very, very cool. Highly recommended if you actually don't have the if you don't have any ToyHax labels for your METALHAWK and everything, because I really think he's well worth it, well worth the price of admission. And just please go off and get him. This is just really an amazing set. Now, my fantastic hooligans, let me tell you one thing. Whatever you decide to do with your figures, you know, whatever you actually do with your collection, you win. You win. You're the masters and mistresses of your own collections, and you should actually keep them as you should. But let me tell you something. Sometimes there are ways to enhance your figures that actually gives them a little bit more that chef's kiss that actually makes it much more worth it, or much more worth your while as a collector, as an enthusiast. And this ToyHax set really got me, you know? Like I thought I was actually really happy with him being all plain and like Japanesey and everything like that, just like carrying on that whole entire Pretender thing that he actually did in the Japanese shows. But look at this guy, look at this guy. You cannot deny that this guy has like that added something that actually makes him amazing. And that is all that is actually happening in my village today and everything like that. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me once again and making my channel that much better by your presence. You know, I really enjoy it. Again, ToyHax labels. You can't beat it. I love them so much, especially if you actually have something that you want to make another character, or if you actually decided to keep it as like your older character and everything like that. You know, like there are so many ways that you could actually go about things and everything like that. I love building a storyline, and this is actually my way of doing it. But with a guy like METALHAWK, he is just so great. It's so great. It's so worth it just like getting it, you know? But, excuse me, I want to make sure that you guys are actually having the most amazing time. Come back again real soon. I really appreciate each and every one of you for joining me and going through my trip through nerddom. I am super, super, super appreciative to every one of you that actually come in. Remember, she'll be around like a blunt. Also, it's time for the mental health check. Please make sure that you're treating yourselves worthily, you know? Make sure that you're treating yourselves extra kindly, extra sincerely, and with extra devotion, because you deserve it. Also, make sure you actually pass that love and kindness around to each and every person out there, and make sure it comes back over to HQ. I would love to actually have more of your dormant and affections for me and everything like that, because like, you know, maybe I'm worth it. I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Take care, and I will talk to you real soon.